I've got rhythm, I got music, I got my man who could ask for anything more. I have your attention? So I wanted to start off with a little song to get your attention. I'm Alexandra McLean. I am the co-founder of Lifemark Residences. We are a boutique assisted living community in Panorama Heights, Surrey, and we have 10 senior residents that will be living in our property. You may be asking yourself why you should listen to a 37-year-old singing and dancing gal. I left my career as a stage performer of 10 years and transitioned into registered massage therapy. I've been doing that for a 9-year practice, and in that time, I have had many intimate conversations with my clients. I've served thousands, but I would say 40% of the bulk of my clientele is age 45 to 75, all of which have shared very intimate family dynamics that they face, whether it's an aging loved one looking for a community like ours or a different option, whether or not the best choice is for mom or dad to remain at home. These are the kinds of things that I have had many a conversation about. And to add to that, my partner and I, my husband, we've been doing market research the last 4 years in the Lower Mainland, and we've met with CEOs, general managers, head of sales and marketing at Amica, Park Independent Living, Opal, Tapestry, Chartwell, to name a few. So from these meetings, the biggest takeaway that we've seen is that large communities should not be the only option. There should be a new kind of industry standard, which is a boutique residence option. So I want to start by asking you guys a question. How many of you in the room have a friend or aging loved one that's 80 years young or older? Okay, so a couple of you. And how many of you have endeavored to engage that individual in conversation about whether or not home continues to be the best place for them? Awesome. Gold stars. So your heart rate can get a little bit elevated when these conversations come about, but I encourage you to have these conversations. They really matter. But for those of you that are struggling, I wanted to share 3 misconceptions that you may have. So number 1 is that their nutritional needs are being met. So it's easy to make, toast and egg, yogurt and fruit, but if your mom or dad is having too much sugar in their diet, for example, that's more likely to lead to dementia. But you really have no idea what they're eating day to day because they do it behind closed doors. So proper nutrition is just so important for avoiding those kinds of outcomes and just making sure that they have enough energy to get through their day-to-day life. The second misconception is that their hygienic needs are being met. So I occasionally will skip a shower or a floss, but in a senior, that can be more problematic because if it's an ongoing thing, it can lead to more serious health concerns. The third and final one is the most important one to me, which is that their emotional and mental needs are being met. So seniors that live at home, in fact, according to Statistics Canada, in the Lower Mainland alone, those aged 70 years and older, 30% of them report living at home and feeling lonely and isolated. And unfortunately, when you're in that state of mind, you're so much more likely to develop anxiety and depression, which is just unnecessary. So we all get busy, we all overlook these little nuances innocently, but they can easily snowball into much more bigger problems if we don't have preventative conversations. So I'm really passionate about aiding you in discovering what your loved one wants long-term for their lifestyle and care wishes. And one of the featured stories that's running right now on our community and how we're innovating the industry is featured in Comfort Life magazine. This is a trusted seniors guide that's distributed throughout Canada. And they're talking about how we're innovating the industry in many ways. So if you're curious about learning more about that, I would encourage you to come see me at my table and I'll give you a copy. And we have other articles, other resources, or maybe you have a loved one that's ready for this right now and we could be the potential solution. We feel that aging should be an intimate, engaging, and fun experience. And that's something we're really truly able to provide. We're able to ensure your loved one does not feel lonely or isolated because we only have room for 10 residents. So if this resonates with you, come talk to me. Thank you.